Ashton, we good to go? All right. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. And welcome to today's event. And for those I haven't met or don't know, my name is Scott Whitley, and I have two great privileges at MillerCoors, and they're equal privileges. The first one is I get to run an organization called Tenth and Blake, which gets to sell craft and import beer. How cool is that? So that's the day job. But the other privilege I have is to be the executive sponsor for the African American Employee Network. And it's something I take great pride and enjoyment in, working with a wonderful group of people in the network who are doing some great things, including setting up events like we have here today. So welcome, and we've got a great program, I think, including a guest speaker, and we'll get to all that in a moment. But first, I just want to take a quick minute because I thought to myself, Black History Month, you know, it seems like it's been fairly institutionalized over the past few decades, but a courageous gentleman by the name of Carter Woodson, an African-American historian, back in 1926, set forth the first, what was then called Negro History Week. And he did it at obviously a very different time than the times we're experiencing today. And with not a lot of support other than the association he ran. But he was a great believer that if the African-American group that he was leading did not take the lead in educating on the history, African-American history in the U.S., then somehow that history might get lost, and that would be a terrible tragedy for future generations. So despite a fair bit of opposition at the time, he embarked on a program which, as I said, started as Negro History Week, and now, 91 years later, is Black History Month. And so for those who are students of history, and if you have an opportunity, Google Carter Woodson or read about him, look him up, and a pretty remarkable man. And a name you don't hear that much, but yet he could lay claim to starting something that 90 years later has become critically important, not just the African-American community, but American society overall. So anyway, with that quick diversion on the history lesson, thank you for that. We'll go ahead and get to the program. So Ashton, I will leave it to you to take the baton and lead us forward. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right.
All right. So my name is Ashton Clark, and I'm going to spend the next few minutes talking about Carmen Giles. So Carmen is a highly valued, respected employee of MillerCoors. In fact, she spent 28 years of service at MillerCoors in IT. In fact, she was a proud African American Employee Network member, and she's a phenomenal woman, right? She's a motivator, a mentor, and a teacher. And she was the glue that essentially held people together. She was a life of the party. I don't know if you guys knew this, but she loved to dance. In the community, she was the creator of the MillerCoors tutoring program, which is still occurring today. She's also the president of the Black Data Processing Associates, and she was a proud choir member. But not least, she was my work mom. And in fact, I wouldn't be at MillerCoors today if it wasn't for Carmen. She sought me out at the National Black MBA Conference and then basically helped me to become an employee of MillerCoors. That's why I'm here today. So something that I think Carmen would live by is a quote that basically says, service is the rent we pay for living. In fact, I'll repeat that. Service is the rent that we pay for living. Now, Carmen was successful, right? Because I think most of us who knew her, we remember her. We know what she's done. She was significant because she made a very strong impact on those that she touched. But she was excellent. And let me spend a few moments talking about what excellence is. That means helping and bringing others along the way. And that's what she did with me and many others here that work at MillerCoors. So heaven needed a hero, and God picked Carmen. So what I want to do right now is to take 28 seconds of silence on behalf of Carmen. So if we do that really quickly, that would be great. Thank you. So in closing, I would like to say cheers to Carmen Giles, the woman she was and the legacy that she left. And now I would like to turn the program over to Vicky Cookson. Thank you.
So thank you very much, Ashton, for that very moving tribute. I know that Carmen meant a lot to you, and I particularly like the description of a work mom. I think all of us at times need a work mom. So for those of you that haven't met before, my name is Vicky, and I've just joined the business 3 months ago as the Chief People and Diversity Officer for MillerCoors. And it's my very great pleasure today to announce the winner of the Cleo Robertson Award. So let me just say a few words to you about what that award is actually all about. So the Cleo Robertson Award is given to one AAEN member whose leadership, dedication, selfless passion and work ethic provides a sense of belonging. In addition, their leadership helps to build our desired culture by serving others. This person is valued for who they are while striving to fulfill their personal potential. So I'd just like to read a couple of quotes to you of the person who's actually been nominated for this year's Cleo Robertson Award, and you can have a think and see if you can guess who this person is. So the first quote is, she spent a lot of her time volunteering and helping others that are less fortunate than we are. She was always pushing and inspiring people to become better. This was particularly evident with the African American youth. She helped form the Milwaukee Campus Tutorial Program for Inner City youth. This program not only helps these people with their schoolwork, but also gives some tutors an opportunity to interact with them. She also started the Black Data Processing chapter in Milwaukee at MillerCoors, which helps minority youth learn about the IT field. And the second quote is, she spent the majority of her life volunteering and inspiring others to do better and to strive for better. This lady inspired me to join the AAEN network. She made me want to volunteer my time, my resources, and my knowledge. One of the main volunteer opportunities she loved to participate in was the Hopkins Street Elementary School Day. To go back to the school that she once attended as a child and help teach the youth of today brought great joy to her. So I am really truly honoured to present this award today to Carmen Giles. Although unfortunately she passed away in November, as Ashton shared with you, as her daughter Sparkle said, her legacy will live on, inspiring us to do better and to be better human beings. So her family are actually here today with us in Milwaukee to receive the award on her behalf. I'm sure they're feeling very proud. Let's give them a round of applause. Okay, now I'd like to invite Roy up.